Hello, faithful watchers in the YouTube world. I wanted to give you all an update as to the Southern Indiana Sawmill channel and why the posts have been unfrequent over the last month or two. There's a couple reasons for this. One, as many of you know, I started working a normal full-time job at the beginning of this year, and that was to drive semi-trucks. Now, the company I work for is a great company. I enjoy working there mostly. And it's a good, steady job. Now, if I'm honest, is it what I want to do long term? No, of course not. I want to be running my business, Southern Indiana Sawmill, and getting back into the sawmilling, lumber selling, furniture making game. As of right now, almost all of my customer projects are caught up from the previous year's furniture commissions. And my hope is that within the next year or two, I'll be able to be back full-time into doing that. Unless, of course, the Lord calls me to a full-time ministry position in the future, in which case pretty much all of that would be indefinitely on hold. Now, there's another reason that there hasn't really been a post come up in a while, and that's something that I want to share with you because for me, it's been another life-changing event. Well, on August 29th of 2022, this year, I was going to my normal full-time job, and I left the house at the normal time around 5:30 in the morning and headed out to work, just like any other day driving. Well, I was going down the road as normal. It was pitch black outside because of course this time of year the sun doesn't come up till later, and right before my eyes sprung out from the cornfield this huge doe, giant deer right in front of me. And I was trying to respond as best I could as I was groggy and tired in the morning. And I thought to myself, oddly enough, no big deal, no big deal. I'm just going to steer out of the way and miss this deer. Well, I steered, and when I came back to counter steer, I must have done something rapid or wrong because the dew of the morning caused my vehicle to start going sideways. And the second the vehicle started to go sideways, oddly enough, the first thought I had was, this car is not supposed to do this. Now, some of you are going to laugh at this, but it was a Mini Cooper that I was driving as my daily driver, which, by the way, is a good little car. You know, it gets 38 miles a gallon on average, and so given the economy right now, it seemed like a pretty good idea to me to drive a car like that. And by the way, I don't have any ego about that. I mean, the other vehicle I drive is a 2019 Peterbilt, so go figure. But anyhow, the car started to go sideways, and I realized right then that this is going to be bad. And guys, I don't know quite how to explain this. I've had two other events besides this with vehicles where there was a potentially near fatal accident going to happen, and somehow I knew in that moment that this is not my time. Now is not when it ends. I don't know how I knew that, but as my car went off the road, I lost all idea of where I was, what was happening, and the car flipped at least 2 or 3 times as I went off the ditch. And when it stopped, all of a sudden I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, okay, I am still alive, check. Where is my legs? So check my legs, okay, those seem to be good. Check my arms, all right. Those are working. And then I started feeling my head like, is there any blood? Is everything where it's supposed to be? Basically, is anything broken? And then after I assessed all of the damage and realized I'm all still here, nothing seems to be broken, then all of a sudden I realized I'm upside down. And that's when I thought, wait a second. And then I thought, my next thought was, okay, I'm upside down. Can I get out of my car? Can my car door open? And so I reached over and opened the car door and kind of kicked it with my leg, and the car door opened, and I thought, okay, so now I should be able to get out. Of course, I'm hanging from my seatbelt, so I pop the seatbelt latch, and I put my hand up and realize my hand is all on broken glass. So I'm coming out legs first out of the side of the car, and by the time half of me was outside of the car, there was some lady outside, and she was saying, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" And you know, and I'm walking around, and I'm thinking to myself, I gotta let my wife know what happened. Of course, it's 6 in the morning, and chances are she's probably still not awake yet. But I thought I gotta call my wife and let her know that I'm okay and let her know what happened. And I realized I don't know where my phone is, I don't know where anything is. And so I'm kind of walking around, and this lady on the side of the road, she's saying, "Well, you need to sit down." And again, somehow I was in a state of complete peace, even though all of this had just happened. And I asked the lady, I said, "Would you please, if you would, please just call my phone. I don't know where my phone is, and I want to call my wife." And this lady says, "Well, your phone may not even be in your car." And I said, "Well, that may be true, but could you at least call it so I could, you know." Well, I don't know where she went, but some other guy showed up, and he called my phone, and the screen lit up, and my phone was upside down on the roof of my car. So I said, "Thank you." I called my wife, and 2 men showed up, and they were very helpful. They called the ambulance, and the sheriff showed up, and the fire department showed up. And I'll tell you what, the fire department, the EMS, the police officer, the local sheriff, they were all shocked to see me alive and undamaged. You know, it's a scary thing. You never know when your last moment is going to be. And here's the thing, is I was totally at peace about the whole thing. I didn't know if it was going to, you know, somehow I knew it wasn't the end, but you still think in the back of your head, like, is this it? And that whole time I was okay. Now, keep in mind, I was very, very sore. Even right after the accident, I was very, very sore. My neck was sore. I was bruised all the way around my chest and my shoulders and my back, all around my hips and my waist. I was totally bruised all the way around my body. My wife came to pick me up with the kids later that morning after they'd gotten everything taken care of. And I was kind of just sitting there most of the day going, what was that all about? But you know, it wasn't until I had gotten home that night and we were having supper, and in our family we hold hands to pray. And we were sitting there, and I look around the table with my wife and my kids, and that's when I suddenly realized, like, this could have been it. And, you know, you learn to appreciate the people that you love and the people that love you after something like that happens. And it really puts in perspective the things that matter, you know? And here's the thing is, I don't know why the Lord wanted me to stay alive. Obviously, it was because I have a wife and kids still here to take care of. I have a ministry on earth that is not yet completed. I gotta get it together here. My life is not over yet. It's still here. And I'm thankful for that. And I guess if there's anything else that I could say about that incident and everything that has occurred after, it's that I want my candle to burn bright. I don't want to hide under a lampshade. I want my faith to be known, and I want Jesus to be known in this world. Now I know that not all of you believe in the Lord Jesus, and I know that not all of you will. But for what it's worth, I want you to know it's real. And if there's anything that can be done to help you understand that, to help you understand the gospel, the purity of it, the perfection of it, the reality of it, hopefully my example will be a part of you helping to understand that. There's nothing accidental or coincidental in this life. Where one person sees coincidence, another person sees providence. And so my hope is that in time, if you don't know, you will come to know the Lord Jesus. Because he can end your life anytime he wants. It's his to take. And it's very important that you know where you're going. Well, now that I've said that, there's not much more left to say other than I'm going to keep sawmilling, I'm going to keep woodworking, I'm going to keep working hard. So guys, I just want you to know I appreciate you all. I want to thank you all for watching this channel over the years, and we are going to continue to press on because I think it does matter. And I think we are making changes and helping people increase in skill and life and wisdom and everything else. So guys, that's the update. That's why you haven't been seeing as many posts. And if this is your first time watching this channel, please go check out all of the other videos that are on my channel. I think you'll find them useful. And if you would please, go ahead and subscribe. That would help me out lots. Thank you all. God bless you all. Take care.